Welcome to Access Security, Privilege Identity Management. Hi everyone, I am Eng Dong Jia, Microsoft MVP. Privilege Identity Management. Microsoft Zero Trust Models. Gone are the days when security focused on a strong premium defense to keep malicious hackers out. Anything outside the perimeters was treated as hostile. Where, inside the wall, an organization system was trusted. Today's security postures is to assume breach and use the zero trust model. Security professionals no longer focus on perimeter defense. Modern organizations have to support access to data and services evenly from both inside and outside the corporate wall. Microsoft Identity Management Evolutions. Identity management approach have evolved from traditional to advanced to optimus. Traditional identity approach on-premise identity provide no single sign-on is present between on-premise and cloud app. Visibility into identity risk is very limited. For advanced identity approach, cloud identity federates with cloud identity system. Conditional access policies gate access and provide remediation actions. Analytics improve visibility to identity risk. For optimal identity approach, passwordless authentication is enabled. User location, device, and behaviors are analyzed in a real-time continuous protection to identity risk. Azure AD Privileged Identity Management (PIM). With the Azure AD Privilege Management, you can manage controls and monitor access to important resources in your organization. This includes access to resources in Azure AD, Azure, and other Microsoft Online services like Office 365 and Microsoft Intune. This control does not eliminate the need for users to carry out privileged operation in Azure AD, Azure Office 365, and Software as a Service app. Organizations can give users just-in-time privileged access to Azure resources and Azure AD. Oversight is needed for what those users do with their administrator privilege. PIM help mitigate the risk of accessing unnecessary or misused access rights. Providing just-in-time privilege access to Azure AD and Azure resources. IT administrator can pick an activation period between 0 and 24 hours. They will only receive the privilege for that period of time. After the activation period, admin will have to go through the activation process again. Assigning time-bound access to resources by using start and end dates. PIM allows you to set an end time for the roles. This is particularly used in a guest scenario. If your organization has guests that are working for a specific time, the role privilege will expire automatically, requiring approval to activate privileged roles. You can designate one or more approval. These approvals will receive an email once a request is made, enforcing multi-factor authentication to activate any role. If your organization already have multi-factor authentication enabled, PIM will not ask the user to sign in again. Using a justification to understand why user activate, this benefits both internal and external auditor understanding why the role was activated. You can also require a service ticket number from whatever service product you are using. Getting notifications when a user is assigned a privilege and when that privilege is activated. Conducting access review to know which users have privileged roles in the organization and if they still need them. Downloading an audit history for internal and external audit. This keeps track of all PIM events. PIM onboarding. To use a PIM, you need one of the following pay or try license: Azure AD, Premium, Enterprise Mobility plus Security, E5 or Microsoft 365 M5. The first global administrator to use PIM in your instance of Azure AD is automatically assigned the security administrator and privilege role administrators roles in the directory. This person must be an eligible Azure AD user. Only privileged role administrator can manage the Azure AD directory role assignment of user. In addition, you can choose to run the security wizard that walk you through the initial discovery and assignment experience. User or members of a group assigned to the owner or user accounts, user access administrator roles, or global administrators that enable subscription management in Azure AD are resource administrators. These administrators can assign roles, configure role setting, and review access by using PIN for Azure resources. No one else in your Azure Active Directory organization get write access by default. TAF, including other global administrators. Other global administrators, security administrators, and security readers have read-only access to privileged identity management. To grant access to privileged identity management, the first user can assign others to the privileged role administrators. For the PIN configuration setting, activation setting, activation duration set the maximum time in hours that a role stay active before it expires. This value and be framed 1 to 24 hours, and it also requires info multi-factor on authentication. Require justification. For assignment setting, allow permanent eligible assignments. Allows permanent active assignments. For notifications setting, notification can be sent when members are assigned as eligible in a role, assigned as active in a role, and when the role is activated. Notification can be sent to admin, requesters, and then for the PIM workflow, PIM administrator is responsible for plan and assign PIM users. Just go for activate, then PIM approval, PIM administrators. Let's go for demos about multi-factor authentication, conditional access, and AAD identity protection.